Kason Jackson, a young, inspiring teacher, curated an ever-expanding, award-winning choir program, a passion that once started in the 5th grade after nailing the lead role in his school's musical. He later went on to pursue his talents at the Mason Grove School of Arts at Rutgers University, to pursue a bachelor's degree in music education with a concentration in voice.
I didn't realize that I wanted to go into music education until my senior year. My choir director in high school told me that she saw a lot of her in me, and I just went for it.
After arriving back home from a European tour with the Rutgers Glee Club, a good friend of his passed on the choir job at Carteret High School, giving in the good word for Jackson. After the interview, they called him in to become the director of vocal music, starting the new music revolution to take Carteret by storm.
Going in during my interviews, they told me that I would have limited resources and that I'd be building from the bottom up. But having that vision in my head of what a choir could be, what they could aspire to be, and just not being bound by any obstacles.
So he began his journey shaping Carteret's music program in a way it's never been done before. While starting off teaching music appreciation, with a basic concert choir, Jackson went on to develop a new idea of choir with the creation of the varsity vocals in 2015.
One of the things that excited me in my music program in high school was an a cappella group, and the experience of being in an a cappella group. It was just an idea that I went with. I had a few students that were on board and they went with it, and that's how we started varsity vocals.
In the following year, Jackson introduced chamber choir for those who wanted a challenge in vocal music.
So I implemented music theory and giving them more challenging repertoire.
Both varsity vocals and chamber choir went on to achieve multiple awards, traveling to places like Virginia and Florida, gaining more recognition from the school and competition world.
Whenever I doubted things, my students were there and they were like, no, we'll do it. We'll put in the work. We can do this. We can do this.
In 2019, he introduced Bella Voce, the all-women's choir.
We rehearsed before school, and I took them, in addition to chamber choir, I took them to Florida to compete. And actually the women's choir ended up taking all of the awards for our categories, which was amazing.
Jackson didn't stop at choir. After being asked by a fellow teacher, he jumped into the position as a musical director for the Carteret High School Drama Club.
He's like, probably won't pay anything right now. I was like, okay, that's fine, but I'm in. Let's do it. So start out with Grease, we just did the vocals. And then they decided to put me in the show as Teen Angel, singing Beauty School Dropout, which was kind of cool to be on stage again, but now in the school that I work at.
As his musical achievements continued to grow, so did his recognition as he was awarded the Governor's Educator Award for the 2018 to 2019 year. He took on the position of Co-Inclusivity Chair and Co-Director of the Rutgers Children Choir, then becoming the Artistic Director in 2019.
I didn't realize the magnitude of what I was doing until maybe recently, where someone said to me, what you did in 5 years takes most people 10, 12 years to establish. And I didn't realize that. I know I had one goal, one mission, and that was to give opportunities to my students and to build a program that was deserving of state, regional, and national recognition.
After accomplishing so much and tackling all obstacles, he would soon face his biggest challenge yet, dealing with the global pandemic. The U.S. would face its new invisible threat of the coronavirus. Governor Murphy ordered all schools to close indefinitely by March 15th, leading teachers to scramble to adjust.
Over the span of 36 hours, being on phone calls, emails, 1 second on Tuesday, everything was locked in. We were going for it. The musical was happening. All of our trips were still locked in place. Then
the rippling effects of cancellations followed.
As much as I wanted to get through the musical and just to let these kids perform, I understood. And I had to be the bearer of bad news for a period of time. The musical that we're supposed to be doing is Once on This Island. It was an amazing journey with the show. It was an amazing show. It's an amazing story. I'm sad that we don't get to pull it off right now, but eventually we will. Chamber choir, we had to cancel our trip to Canada. The a cappella group, we had to cancel the next round of the competition that we were going to perform in. Concert choir, I had to cancel our Six Flags participating in Music in the Parks.
From what should have been a physical classroom had to be virtualized in a matter of days, impacting Jackson as a teacher and his students as a choir.
Do a Zoom conference, I can send them a message on Google Voice, but like the social interaction is different. And what I don't think people realize is that they really are my job. I can't do what I want to do without them.
During these hectic times, a newfound appreciation has shined on those teachers who make a difference in their students' lives.
If people did not realize the magnitude and the special thing about teachers, now they do. Teachers understand their students' needs, and we try to address those, and we have been addressing those.
As all students, especially seniors in Jackson's choir program, have lost out on these special moments, there's a bigger and brighter picture at the end of this unprecedented time.
I want you to know that in the grand scheme of things, that you played a vital part in growing the program, the choir program, the drama program. Those efforts and what you've done over the last few years last longer than the glimpse of experience you would have gotten just this year alone. And yes, you'll get disappointed about not having a prom, not having a proper graduation, or not going on these trips. But we all played a vital part in trying to flatten the line with this pandemic. When we get out of this, you're going to say, that was the right thing. Just keep yourselves motivated right now. Have something to look forward to. Keep being inspired and wanting to do great things. Don't let this stop you.